Hey, how you doing? You doing okay? I know this isn't the best part of the trip, having to go in the opposite direction of paradise. You probably saw some amazing views, you had great, warm, sunny weather, and maybe one or two fruity cocktails. It's hard to be really excited about getting back on a plane and heading back to reality. But at Hawaiian Airlines, we want you to be excited about going home. You live in an amazing place, and we found people just like you who managed to recreate the paradise of Hawaii in their own backyard. So sit back, have one more fruity cocktail, maybe buy one for that guy sitting next to you. Okay, maybe not that guy. And let us help you find Hawaii at home.
Having to depart there is just bitter. You're excited to come home, but at the same time, you're homesick. So you kind of feel that twofold, where you're excited to come back to see your loved ones, your friends, and this great area that we live in. But at the same time, you never want to leave. I am Pat Johnson.
All right.
I'm pretty.
Okay. Let's talk.
I'm 29 from Santa Cruz, here on the Central Coast in the Bay Area of California. Live here in one of the greatest places on earth. Surfing in this area is unlike anywhere else on the planet. We get really, really cold water, powerful waves, open ocean. You can drive 10 minutes and have 50 different spots. It's, you can feel that raw energy of life around here. There's a lot of sea life, a lot going on. Lifestyle revolves around the ocean.
Powerful swell and just the beauty of it. It's different than the tropical ideal of Hawaii, but it has its own beauty, and it's just amazing. I mean, the natural beauty of the place is it's beautiful. My name is Patrick Kelly. I was born and raised in the Bay Area, and grew up surfing around here. What I love about surfing in the Bay Area is the cold, the wildness of it. It's very raw, the ocean, lots of the swell. The biggest differences between surfing in the Bay Area and Hawaii would obviously be the climate. And you know, as you can see, it's summer here and it's gray and foggy. It's beautiful in its own right, but it's in Hawaii, it's blue sky, palm trees, sun, warm water. It's just beautiful there in the tropical way.
Hawaii obviously is just warm, you know, ease of life. Be in your trunks all day, jump in the water, come back out. You can surf 5 times a day, no biggie. You don't even waste time putting on a wetsuit, or here you put that on twice a day and you're done, tired from that.
If I grew up by cold water, I wouldn't surf. Pretty much you can come out here 365 days of the year in surf shorts, no shirt. If it gets a little windy, you might wear a 1 mil wetsuit, but that's about it. How's it going? My name's Kenny, work at Waikiki, surf instructor, photographer, canoe captain, paddler. Do everything I can do to get in the water. See you guys in the water. I think it's cool, man. I think for those guys to get in the water when it's really cold and to go through those extreme conditions to be able to experience the feeling of surfing, they should try coming out here and doing it without a wetsuit and maybe getting a little bit of a tan.
Surfing in Hawaii is challenging in its own realm. It's beautiful, pristine water. I mean, crystal clear. Very powerful waves. Coming between here and Hawaii, you definitely feel the similarities as well as notice the subtle differences. Respect in the lineup, respect for the ocean. Everything is real grounded there that way. Everybody grows up in the water from day one.
But it also makes you appreciate what you have here as well. There's less people in the water in general, which is an advantage.
Hawaiians started surfing. A lot of the people that are from here, they get in the water at a very young age. They're really comfortable in the water. And I think they're proud of who they are and where they're from, and the fact that the sport came from them. It is very tourist friendly. There's some other breaks where the locals try to call home. And it's just mainly to keep everybody safe. When someone goes out there and they don't know what they're doing, somebody can get hurt.
Always flying out there on Hawaiian. I have miles. I joined up a few years ago after going for a couple seasons. Love the award points. The moment you get on the plane, it's instant relax. The worries, the stress, the high-paced life of the mainland just instantly dissolves. And you see the Hawaiian shirts and your flight attendants, and everybody's saying aloha and
Aloha, good morning.
receiving you into their home on that plane. I mean, there's nothing better. It's just that family bond, that tie, the life, the love, the just respect that you get from everybody out there, and just the feeling of the land too as well. After a while, you really do sink into that, living the aloha and living that pace.
There's a lot of people from all over the world that make Hawaii their home, that are good surfers. As long as you can blend in and show respect, you can get what you want.
My real family were through the friends that I've made over the years of going there. And going back, each time, doesn't matter how long in between each trip, each time I go, I just feel like I'm right back where we left off. The moment you jump off the plane in San Francisco, it's hustle, bustle, everybody's in their determined state. Whereas you get off the plane in Hawaii and we'll get our bags, go grab a cocktail, have a Mai Tai, let's warm up, let's just thaw out.
We're going to Hawaii.
Remember that feeling of stepping onto the plane, hearing the music, and already feeling like you were on vacation? You don't? Let us refresh your memory.
Well, I like the music. It makes me feel like I'm already there. They already put you into their experience as soon as you sit down, so it won't be like a bad flight. It'll be like more exciting.
The service on Hawaiian Airlines really stands out. We were just talking about on the way back, actually, compared to other airlines. I mean, there's the only airlines where you still get food, right?
Yes.
That just goes to show you what they're able to do for the customers. Yeah. Just really friendly service.
Most airlines nowadays, they just feed you the peanuts and tell you to be quiet in the back. Not Hawaiian Airlines, they come around and, it's like the old style traveling when there was a treat. Now it's just a bore ashore, but not with Hawaiian Airlines.
They were great. Super duper friendly, super duper courteous.
It's extremely comfortable. Everyone's very nice. It's an enjoyable experience, and I enjoy being on the airplane.
Yeah, it's like service with a smile, like the aloha spirit feeling.
Hawaiian Airlines is we've flown Delta, we've flown American, Alaska, and Hawaiian is the best. We only fly Hawaiian now. Every time when we go, we love first class too. They always make you feel at home. But for the last few years, we've been flying strictly Hawaiian Airlines, and we enjoy them, and everybody makes you feel really at home, and they're great people.
Plus, they all look so nice in their Hawaiian shirts. Get on the plane, and it's just no worries. You get to kick back, relax. A couple hours later, you pull up in paradise. Greatest feeling on earth.
Our next stop is a little farther north, Portland, Oregon. Sure, it's a bit cooler, it rains a bit more, it's a bit drearier. Actually, it's a lot drearier than it is in Hawaii, but that's okay. You can still see some of the same amazing, pristine views that you see in Hawaii in Portland, Oregon.
It's just amazing to me that I can be in a place like this with an over 500-foot tall waterfall less than an hour from the city center. Just a half an hour that way, there's about 2 million people that live near here. On the weekends, we get to come out here, cycle down the mountains, hike up the mountains. You can go all the way from the river up to the top of Large Mountain, which is over 4,000 feet tall, and see a 360-degree view of over 5 volcanic mountains from there. It's amazing.
It brings me back to Akaka Falls on the Big Island, not far from my grandparents' house. It's a tall, majestic waterfall falling down lava rock, much like this. It's just tropical jungle rather than fir trees, but it's reminiscent of that. The other vibe that I get is just all the families that are walking around like the falls in Hawaii. There's lots of tourists there, just like there are here that stop off the highway. You can see people smiling, taking pictures, taking the short walk down to the viewpoint. It's, close to home.
Hi, I'm Hugh Harris. I was born in Portland and my mother's from Hawaii. Try to keep a really strong connection with our family there by going back every year, just to kind of get that feeling that we miss when we're not in the islands. It's a completely different spirit when you're on the islands, you know? It's more laid back. When I think about hiking in Hawaii, I think about how you can start really low near the beach and you start with the sand and the surf, and then you start to walk up a little higher into the canopy of the trees, and you're surrounded by that lush tropical feeling. And you see the sunlight just coming down through the leaves, and you have never seen anything like that. And then you get a little bit higher still and you get above the trees, and then you can see the whole island from perspective, and you can stand there and you can see 180 or 360 degree view depending on where you are. And to see the whole island surrounded by water like that with the sun shimmering on the waves is just amazing. You have to see it. In the gorge, we have so many different trails. There's Angel's Rest, there's Eagle Creek. I particularly love Eagle Creek because there's all those different waterfalls that you can go to, Tunnel Falls, Punch Bowl Falls. You can jump in and go swimming if it's a hot day. But when you're hiking on the islands, it's a completely different experience. It's a lush green forest just like it is here, but it's tropical plants, tropical animals.
Rows 1, 2, and 3, Hawaiian Miles Gold and Platinum. Welcome on board.
Out of all the airlines that I've flown, and I've flown a lot, Hawaiian Airlines is one that always sticks out in my memories as being the full experience. You get on the plane, they welcome you right away. It's top notch. You really get in the mindset of the islands as soon as you're on that plane. When you go to Hawaii, you're gonna see beautiful green covered mountains, you're gonna see crystal blue waters, beaches for miles, and you're gonna see the most friendly people you've ever met in your life.
Aloha. See you guys on the water.
We've shown you some beautiful spots to go hiking in Oregon. We've shown you the difference and the similarities between surfing in Northern California and Hawaii. And now we're going to go a little bit farther north to Seattle. Now, if you're from that city, you're probably wondering how on earth we could find anything similar between Hawaii and Washington. But it's all about perspective. It may take you a little bit more to get in that aloha spirit when it's raining non-stop. But remember this, a bad day out on the water sailing is always better than a good day doing just about anything else.
Come on, it's raining outside. It's cold. It's June.
All we've gotten is rain for the last 5 months. So we're kind of looking forward to a little bit of warmth, a little bit of sunshine.
That's why we're leaving.
55 and rain, going for 85 and sun.
Yeah, I've got my flip-flops on, you know, I'm ready.
It is now raining and it's cold. And it's been this way. We get 1 day of sunshine and then 5 days of rain. So I want to go where it's nice and warm.
Rain, cold, dreary, gray.
Before we go out there. Today, the sailing trip over here to have lunch actually pretty much said it all. It was 56 degrees, raining sideways. It's the middle of June. All we think about is what it would be like to be sailing in Hawaii right now. We're John and Lauren Kuchka, and we live here in Kirkland, Washington. The winters here wear on all of us a little bit. The gray skies and the rain, and then the rain starts going sideways, and then the gray skies, and it never seems like the sun comes out.
John and I have been married for 21 years, and beginning on our 10th anniversary, we decided we'd mark each and every anniversary on Valentine's Day in Hawaii. So we've done that for now 11 years. What makes Hawaii so appealing for Seattleites is that we hop on the plane and 5 hours later we're transported to a paradise. When you get on the plane, there's Hawaiian music playing, they have the aloha spirit. It's our happy place. It's the place when we want to get warm and enjoy sun and relax. We just fly off to the islands and everything slows down. It's how we make it through the winters in Seattle.
A couple years ago, we went cruising, sailing to Hawaii.
The long August sunny days that we have here in Seattle are spectacular. There's nowhere else on earth that gives you that feeling of freedom when you're out on your boat, and we can really transport ourselves to back to Hawaii when we're sailing away.
I'm Ryan Helling. I work with Swiftsure Yachts in Seattle. We're a yacht brokerage specializing in high-end sailboats and powerboats. The sail to Hawaii is fantastic. Fantastic conditions, usually downwind sailing, and you're sailing from colder weather to warmer weather. We see a lot of people sail to Hawaii. There's a race every year that runs from Victoria to Maui, and there are a lot of cruisers that end up sailing to Hawaii or coming back to Hawaii on their way back from the South Pacific. The difference between Seattle and Hawaii, maybe you don't have the warm, sunny weather always that you do in Seattle, but you usually have great sailing conditions and beautiful scenery.
Every day here is pretty much perfect. We don't have any fog here, for instance. The tide change is very minimal, only about 2 or 3 feet.
Swabbing them ducks, sharpen harpoons. Ooh, way up she rises.
Hello, my name is Captain Raff. This boat is called the Ogon for Honolulu sailing, and we do charters inside Waikiki. Another day in paradise here in Hawaii. I moved here 5 years ago from Los Angeles, and I don't want to go back. This is paradise for me. I learned how to sail in the Puget Sound. You can't find a better waterway because you can go from Olympia to Vancouver Island and it'd be inside protected waters, and still you have a good wind. You have a good wind, and you know, for diving and for sailing, it's pristine. We have Kona winds today, about 15 knots. This is paradise. You know, like I say, I've been all around the world, and this is #1, but Puget Sound would be #2.
whether you're in Hawaii or Seattle, a bad day sailing is better than a good day anywhere else.
Great day of sailing, even though it was 56 degrees and raining sideways.
Today is not the ideal day to go sailing, although like we say in the Pacific Northwest, wait a half an hour and it could change. So the breeze may fill in, but I think the Norwegians that said that there isn't bad weather, there's only bad clothing. So the Pacific Northwest sailor always just has good foul weather gear. You have to make the best of it.
Let up a little bit.
It was cold, but it was on the water. We love to be on the water. We're water people, so that's another reason we like Hawaii. We're surrounded. The similarities between Seattle and Hawaii are that everywhere you look, you see water. And sometimes the water comes out of the sky, like it did today. It was cold, but it's always nice to be sailing, as long as you dress appropriately and you have the wind in your face. It's great.
Jump for River King! Jump for River King! As is! Love me do. Oh, love me do.
The Puget Sound and Pacific Northwest is one of the best cruising destinations in the world. There are hundreds of islands. You could spend a lifetime sailing around here and not visit every place.
Those long August summer days that we have in Seattle, there's nothing that can compare. So, there's truly nowhere like Seattle when it's a sunny day. It's totally reminiscent of today's sail.
Sailing, surfing, hiking, maybe having a fruity drink with an umbrella in it, those are all ways to recreate that feeling of being in the islands at home. But if you want something more, something truly Hawaiian, try hula. It's all over the internet, these flash mobs, or hula hit and runs as the performers call them. We found the San Francisco-based halau responsible for breaking out into dance throughout the city. In fact, they even showed up on a Hawaiian Airlines flight.
A couple years ago, we had done we call it hit and run hula, where we had gone to different places around San Francisco and just started doing flash mob. And that was crazy. That was an amazing experience. We did one at the Apple Store, one in Union Square, all of these really big tourist attractions in San Francisco. And so we got to do one on the plane last week on Hawaiian Airlines, and it was another really cool, interesting experience.
Oh my God, it was amazing. There was 20 of us, hula brothers and sisters, that were able to take the time off to take part in this opportunity. And we were spread out on this plane, Hawaiian Air. It was beautiful.
Hi, my name is Ryan, and this is my hula sister Marlene, and we just came from Honolulu, Oahu, and we were there for 3 days.
I've been dancing hula with this halau for probably about 5 years, and I started dancing Polynesian dances, not just hula, when I was a little boy. Our parents didn't give us any choice. Now I choose to as an adult, and I love it.
5, 6, 7.
Moved here from California, or from Hawaii actually in '83, and we're known as the California family. I actually travel an hour and a half every Sunday to come to hula, and I mean, that's a huge sacrifice, but I love it. And it allows me to kind of just stay connected to my roots, and then as a bonus we get to visit home and visit the family. Not only do we learn about the culture to perpetuate our culture, the language is really critical. Mele, music, I mean, all Hawaiian households are brought up in Hawaiian music.
University, we are very pleased, proud, and actually surprised how quickly it's taken hold and acceptance internationally. Aloha, aloha kako. My name is Raymond Mokiao. I'm here in the Polynesian Culture Center where I've been working for 25 years. Hula has taken on a sort of a universal attraction because of the interest of physical involvement in health and in well-being. And when there's a meaning, attached to it, and it brightens your life in a way, I think that's where the alluring feelings are. And so in hula, there is exercise, there is meaning, there is some structure to it. And so that's what many of us basically look for: meaning, structure, some kind of purpose. And so I think it fills that.
Hula Halau is my family. It's just such a strong sense of community here. It's such a great thing to be a part of. We all support each other. Like, we call each other hula brother and sister, and we really have that family feel.
In California, we have to do a lot of narration to explain the emotions, the meaning, the kauna, the hidden meaning behind our emotions. So there's a lot more work here in California, but I think over the years, because we've been in existence for 26 years, I think Kumu Patrick has done a very phenomenal job of getting the message across, and I think that's why we've been so successful over the years.
When you can come together in groups and then start to enjoy it, of exchanging, I perform for you, perform for me, you start to get a link, a feeling of joining, of being together, of being included, etc. So it starts to heighten not just your personal existence, but how you relate to everyone else.
We had some people that you're dancing so close to people, it can be a little uncomfortable for them. But I think, we got a lot of positive feedback at the end. But like during the performance, a lot of people like not trying to look at you. But it was fun. It was good fun.
That's what it's all about, whether you're on vacation in Hawaii or you're in your own hometown. Now sit back, enjoy the rest of your flight, and make it an extension of your vacation. And when you get home and you have that vacation hangover, all you have to do is book that next flight back to the islands on Hawaiian Airlines. And don't forget to sign up for our Miles program. We've got partners throughout the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. You'll get that free flight back to Hawaii in no time. We'll see you real soon. Thanks for choosing Hawaiian, it means a lot. And welcome home.
It really is now. It's all about planning the next trip. Can't wait to go back.
As soon as we get back, we will book our next trip. Absolutely, positively.
You gotta come back and make enough money to go again.
You gotta get back and go to work, pay those bills.
Every sunrise and sunset that I see, I will think of the sunsets I saw in Maui.
Go back to the days sitting at the pool or on the beach and tap into that as these gray days continue to happen.
If you want to go to the beach here, you basically have to wear a jacket and like pants and I mean the Bay Area is fun, but Hawaii is just like relaxed and you just feel like happy just being there, whereas when you're in the Bay sometimes it's a little bit depressing.
You're always taking the island with you everywhere you go, but you always want to be back.
It feels good to be home, but at the same time, I mean, I'm planning the next trip. Now it's, okay, what island are we going to next time? But now it's just a matter of, gotta go back.
No worries, no hurries.
Let's go gas.
Mai Tais are amazing! Thank you, Hawaiian. You're the best.
And get miles, Hawaiian airline mileage. I can't say it. I took one of those cold medicine
You want me to
pills.
try it?
Yeah, try it.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
Okay.
Collect mileage. I can't say it. What am I saying? Don't start. That's okay. So when we come back from Hawaii, we're always thinking about our next trip.